We're literally telling children what they can be, what emotions they can feel, how smart they're supposed to be based on their clothes.
Buying secondhand clothes means that new clothes aren't being made. I really support the idea of reusing, recycling.
If Isaiah was the type of kid who wanted to just wear track pants and a t-shirt every day, I don't feel it's expressive.
We have this book, and there's a picture of Iggy Pop wearing a designer dress with a purse, and he's quoted as saying something along the lines of like, "I don't see anything wrong with wearing women's clothes because there's nothing wrong with being a woman." And Silas just sort of took it and was like, "Oh, this is normal."
I am Jana. This is my partner, Jason, and our kiddos, Silas and Sterling.
You do fall into that trap of you're at the store, you go to the boy aisle, and we're like, there is functionally no difference in like a 2-year-old boy and girl. And I think if you just look at kids' clothes as a single bucket, then everything becomes a lot more simple.
So what shirt will go with those, Silas? Or dress?
A strawberry dress. This one heads out farther when I twirl.
I don't want to buy into those stereotypes just because they're what I'm being told I'm supposed to dress my child in. So I started going overseas to find a little more color, to find some different patterns, and it made me really realize how much of a gap there was in the market here. Modern Rascals is the online kids clothing and toy store that I run, and we don't have a boys or girls section.
Modern Rascals is very much an extension of the way that we wanted to raise our kids. Jana started by bringing in the clothes for the kids to wear, and it did grow organically into other people do want these.
Running a family business probably wouldn't have even been on the radar. It was more of a quest to try and find a better fit.
At first I was a little worried about sending Silas out into the world wearing whatever he wanted to and wearing dresses and stuff, just because the world can be kind of harsh, but he doesn't really get much backlash from it.
We talk a lot about feminism or gender equality, and the other half of that doesn't really exist. You don't have men being allowed to be feminine. And so that was it for me, is I was like, if he doesn't see anything wrong with his feminine side, then that's really big.
I'm going to show you my closet and my favorite clothes. This is my favorite pants because it has birds on it. All these clothes I think are going to be for another kid.
My name is Sarah Jane Gorlitz. This is my family. So I've been buying vintage and secondhand clothes for a long time. My mom used to. So it was sort of natural just to continue doing that now with my kids.
Kids grow out of their clothes so fast that it seems you're almost renting clothes rather than actually buying them.
If I can save a little bit here and there and not have to go to work 5 days a week, I can spend more time with my kids. That's like the hugest thing. We always thought about having kids. We wanted to have kids, but of course that's one of the biggest carbon no-nos, really. We've been trying to mold our lives in a way that can leave as small of the footprints on the planet as possible. Things that matter to a parent, you want to pass on certain values to your children. They're the ones that are going to have to deal with the world. So I would love to impart with them things that I care about. So she's, so far anyways, really, really engaged with our environmental concerns.
In general, because we are self-employed artists, we do have to think about a sort of long-term finances. So we're actually quite organized in terms of how much we spend and how much we buy.
Some of the money we've saved, we just bought an electric car this year, and we're pretty happy about that.
It's just more about being efficient and just trying to maximize what we have.
I got 60. So these are my favorite outfits. I like this one because I look like Michael Jackson, and I really like Michael Jackson.
My motto growing up was always that life is not a dress rehearsal. You gotta live in the moment and just wear what you want. I'm Natalia, and I am the mother of
Isaiah.
Before Isaiah, I didn't like just the typical outline of what you're supposed to look like. I always liked standing out and being different.
I like expressing myself and doing my own things with my clothes. See how it looks if you put that under? Yeah, so basically look like that. That would look nice.
You have to have a self-worth. And I feel like your self-worth is how you present yourself, even if it's different. If you have a lack of caring for your appearance, then I think that's where I would have a problem. I like that he actually really, truly cares about how he looks when he's going out there. Even though it's a totally individual style, he wants to make sure he looks on point. Isaiah does some acting, he does some voice work.
I have to do something.
To earn it.
Yeah, to earn it.
How about those ones there? So right now we're doing some online shopping together for a particular running shoe that he's looking for that we've seen in store. It's not like we sit down and say, okay, this is what our budget for the year is gonna be. I think life goes in waves and you just flow with it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Slide and step. There's a lot of skills I feel that a child can learn from creating their own sense of style. The fact that he can make a decision, he can learn what the outcome might be based on his peers, how are they gonna react. I do feel like the pressure that I place on him is a good thing because I feel like in any situation he enters, then he will be able to excel in how he wants to look at that moment.
It's taught me to be myself.
So no matter what the situation is, you can just be strong in who you are.